Check 1 2, check 1 2. This is Derek Bros with the Conscious Resistance Network, and I'm here with Miriam Gomez. Right
hey
there.
Guys.
And we are in Cleveland, Ohio for day 32 of the Decentralize Your Life tour at the Community Greenhouse Project, I believe it's called. And we're here for our action day. It's been a few days since we actually get to do an action day, so we're always excited when we can contribute to a community.
And I'm ready to get my hands in the dirt.
Yeah, we're going to get our hands in the dirt, but give me just a moment. We're sharing this out right now, and if you want to go ahead and share this feed out to your friends before we give you a brief tour of the Community Garden Project here in Cleveland, Ohio. And maybe if you want to come join, we'll be here for the next couple hours. It seems to be a great spot to connect, so if you've got friends in Cleveland, Ohio who are looking to get involved and learn about community gardening, learn about taking their lives into their own hands and unplugging and decentralizing from unsustainable food production systems, then you might want to share this video with them. Tell them about the Community Greenhouse Project. I can't remember the exact address. I know it's off Superior Avenue, but we are out here, and apparently this building is an old church and an old school that now has been converted into a space where people who are living in this co-op like situation, they live here in exchange for room and board, in exchange for working on the garden and helping build the projects up. So we're really excited, and I guess everybody's checking in. Once again, this is Derek Bros with the Conscious Resistance Network. Thank you to everyone who's been following us. We are on the last 4 days of the Decentralize Your Life tour. We've been on the road for 35 days now, 32 days of events, but 35 total days, and good God, I'm ready to go home to Houston. But there's still more work to do. There's still lots of good things to do, and that's why we're on the road. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a tour now. Thank you guys who are all sharing. And one more thing, if you want to comment below, let people know where you're listening from. And then afterwards, come back to the video, look at it, and see if maybe there's some friends, some new friends who are in your area. Start connecting with them. Go join freedomcells.org, freedomcells.org, and that's CELLS, and find new people who want to get involved in your community. So let me show you a little bit of this. This is the Community Greenhouse Project. This big old building right here, right? This is this old church thing, and then let me show you this. They got these vines going up these long ropes. They said they're doing some experimenting. They're growing hops. For those of you who like to drink beer, they've got these nice little hops here, super soft, and this will make some nice brews for those who are into that. And you can see they've got these boxes going all along. So this is the old church building from if I remember correctly. And then this is some of the other stuff they're working on. They're kind of renovating this area. They're turning this into a greenhouse, or it's already a greenhouse, as you can see. They've got plants in there. I haven't checked it out yet, but from what I've been told, you know, they have, like most urban farming lots, volunteers tend to come and go. Sometimes it's consistent, sometimes it's not. But let me show you this other great thing. So you look up here at the top of the building, if you can see the sun right there. So at the very top, they have this line running from the gutter going into that barrel for rain catchment, and then out of there the hoses are running from there straight to these gardens right here. And right here you've got corn growing, you've got lettuce. Look at this beautiful fresh lettuce. You've got a whole box of Swiss chard, all kinds of colors of Swiss chard. I think this is fennel right here, and there's more corn. And once again, everyone who's just tuning in, we're in Cleveland, Ohio at the Community Greenhouse Project. Here's some kale. So they've got all these beds right here, right? And then we're gonna do a walk around for everybody who wants to check this out. And remember, everyone, this is the Decentralize Your Life tour. For those who are unfamiliar, check out theconsciousresistance.com/tour. We're on a national tour, spreading awareness, trying to get people to decentralize, vacate, and unplug from corporate and state power. And we can all do this. You don't have to tour the country like we're doing to do this. You can just clean up in your community. You can just get involved and actually start changing your community's lives. Stop relying on corporate and state power. But our goal is to show people what's happening all around the country, and to show people, look at these great chickens. Visit these chickens. These guys are just chilling. Our goal is to show people what's happening around the country of the U.S. And as I said, we've already toured Texas for 2 weeks. In New Orleans, we've been going West Coast, Midwest for the last few weeks. Now we're making our way back down to the Midwest. We'll be in Cincinnati tomorrow. We'll be in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee on Tuesday, and then Tulsa, Oklahoma on Wednesday. And then we're heading back home to Houston. So if you think that you're alone out there and you're the only one that cares about creating an abundant food source, a local food economy, and unplugging from unsustainable food production systems, think again, my friends, because there are community gardens everywhere, and there's community space happening all over. Let me see, I kind of got lost here in the garden. Let me explore a little more. So the guys are getting a tour right now. I'm just giving you guys a separate tour. There's a compost bin right here. There's some crops growing inside there. Some of the plants I've learned just from years of gardening. Others I don't know how to identify yet. But that's the fun of this. You know, when you start growing your own food, for one, you're not dependent on these unsustainable food production systems. If you live in the United States, most of your food is coming from California, and most of it is coming from Mexico. So it's coming from thousands and thousands of miles away. If those supply chains break down, you're going to be screwed. You and your family might not be able to take care of yourself. But if you're proactive, some squash here, and you grow your own food and you get involved, then you can really help yourself and not have to be dependent on other people. Beautiful, beautiful squash flower. Check that out. And so let me show you. This is a big lot, so you can see there's our crew. They're talking to Tim. He's the guy who runs this. Squash happening all over here. This is some apples falling on the ground. Fresh apples right off the tree. I bet that's going to be good. I'm going to save that one for myself. And squashes, trees. Let me see what. Whoa! It gets a little hectic back here. You can see that there's some of this has been overgrown, but that's how it happens. If you've ever been involved in an urban farm project, it comes and goes. You know, volunteers come and go. Things get overgrown. You do what you can. Let me see if I can find you guys some other food. These are squash here. Trying to find some more squash. These are all squash trees in here. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and oh look, there's some more apples. I'll show you these apples. Look at these apples. Fresh apples off the tree. So yeah, lots of food happening here. This is the community greenhouse project. There's some peaches that are on their way out. They're a little bit moldy, but it's really beautiful. Hey Maria, we've already been to California, guys. If you want to check out the tour schedule, please check it out. It's theconsciousresistance.com/tour. We have already gone through Albuquerque, New Mexico, Arizona, all through California, south and northern, through Utah, Nevada, back through Arizona, through Kansas City, through Missouri, through Minneapolis, through Michigan, and now we were in Chicago yesterday. Now we're in Ohio for the next 2 days. So if you missed us, I do apologize, but we're going to be back on the road. We're going to do this again next year. This is only going to be the first of many tours. Decentralize Your Life is coming to your city soon at one point. But for now, follow the Conscious Resistance Network. Follow me, my work, Derrick Broze, DerrickBroze. Any of my friends who are watching, go ahead and post my Facebook profile below so other people can follow me. And you'll see me posting about upcoming events. And we are coming to the East Coast in October. So you got friends on the East Coast, Florida, all the way up the East Coast, let them know we're coming their way. And let me show you a little bit more here before we sign off. Let me see. There's lots of things happening, lots of trees. Let's go to the tomatoes. Tomatoes. All right. Look at all these good fresh tomatoes. See if I can reach in there and get something good for you. See you tomorrow, Rick. We're super stoked about it. Check that out. Yes, learn how to grow your food on your own. It's very important. Look at this guy. This dude is about to he's got a little sore spot. Look, this kind of thing would never make it to your grocery store because they'd be like, oh, people don't want to see a brown spot on their tomato. And this one gets just tossed aside. And yeah, it gets composted. It goes back to the earth. But for me, it's good. It goes in my mouth. And check this out. They got bees right there. I don't want to get too close. You can see the bees flying all around me. Bees, save the bees, yes. And you'll notice there's a lot of plants in here that are planted for the monarchs and planted for pollinators because we need the pollinators to pollinate our food to save us and to keep us alive. So once again, my name is Derrick Broze with the Conscious Resistance Network. This is the Decentralize Your Life Tour brought to you by Bitcoin.com, our sponsor. Shout out to Bitcoin.com. Get invested in cryptocurrency if you haven't yet. And thank you to everybody who's been supporting us, who's been feeding us, who's been hosting us, who's been welcoming us to their town. Tonight in Cleveland, we are meeting at a park. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but if you search on Facebook, Decentralize Your Life Tour Cleveland, you'll find all the events, or just check theconsciousresistance.com/tour. Theconsciousresistance.com/tour. If somebody wants to go ahead and post that below, that would be real helpful for everybody else. And we have 3 more days after this. Today's Cleveland, tomorrow Cincinnati, Tennessee, and then Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then we're going home for a little while. But you can keep up with my work and follow our page, and you'll see us when we come to your town soon. Thank you for all that you do. Let's keep building a better world. Let's unplug, let's vacate from systems that don't represent the health and the wealth of our communities, and let's actually build systems, food production systems, economic systems, all the systems that actually represent what we want to see, a better world, an ethical world, a world that reflects and respects all life. And if that's interesting to you, if that's something you want to do, please get involved. Once again, remember this: you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free. Peace.